and do what you got to
Yep.
do.
Wow, this is crazy. Okay, here we are. Paul. Paul just said hola from Wayne's World in East York. 2 blocks or so from Ethel's pad. We know you're close to Ethel. Okay, so this is great. I just want to say in advance from all of us here, thank you guys for your generosity. We really, really appreciate your amazing generosity always. Like every time we touch point, I can tell you it's amazing for our spoiled agents. And it's what a great way for them to learn about Club Med. And as you know, I talk about it every time, but I love Club Med. I love Charlevoix. My husband and I, we chose to go there on vacation also with our friend Michael Piak. Um, so it's something it sits in my head because we like activities, love, 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 and we have to keep going. And we put the app on. We figured out what we have to bring ahead of time to dress like everybody else, and it was so, so great. But you know what? I have a question. So, Tyler, if you're okay, buddy, I'm going to launch this poll because I feel like, we might have some answers at the end that's a little different. So, the launch is okay, look at they're going crazy here. I'm going to read it out for our Facebook friends. Have you booked a Club Med ski package ever? Okay, so Facebook friends, please put your answers in the comments. Maria, Sheila, Guy, just to name a few. Our Zoom friends, I've launched the poll so you can see it. I think we have almost everyone on that's answered it. I'm going to end the poll, okay, because we have a good poll here. Okay, not Melissa. Yep, you can do it. I know for sure. I'm going to share the results. Can you guys see it?
We got some
Okay.
work to do
Yeah,
today.
we do. We
That's
what I do.
amazing.
Do. Yep. So after this, I'm sure it'll be a different answer. How's that?
100%.
Absolutely. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys get to it. I'm gonna close my camera and my mic. And as you guys chat, I'm gonna pop in the links for your spoiled agent page where they can find all the information, agent rates, agent portal. I mean, it goes on and on and on. You guys do a great job keeping us up to date. And I just want to say thank you, the entire Club Med team. We know Jacinda, Tyler, Natasha, Cecile behind the scenes. I mean, I'm just naming a few, but those are the ones I know. All right.
We're
Over to
very
you guys.
small, but we're very mighty. And we thank you as well. And we thank everybody for joining us as always. And again, supporting this brand and helping us grow this brand. We are nothing without you. So I always like to say with team, it's not I, it's we. So TEAM. No, I spelled that bad. TEAM. No, that's right.
Right.
Is what we need.
This is why we do webinars. We don't do spelling bees because, you get a little lost in these. Um,
And you can tell who's the comedian, Mr. Tyler. You always have
yeah.
me laughing.
So today, you guys might be wondering why we're doing ski in the middle of August. It's 25 degrees and sunny. We do two big sales a year. We do a big sale in January, February every year to get us kicked off for next year's ski season. And then we kind of let it just breathe for a little while. It breathes all the way until the end of August, beginning of September. And then we get our ski blitz back on. So what that basically means is starting last week, we kicked off our first little side of our ski blitz, and then rolling into September, we'll have an even bigger sale coming out. So we want to make sure you guys are fully educated on all of that. So you can see already on here up to $440 off on mountain vacations. So that's going to be the breadth of the offer. But right now we have it on 3 resorts. Going into next month, we're going to open it up at scale. So all of our ski resorts will be in there. Um, but yeah, this is why we do this in August. So we want to sell out all of the remaining FIT spaces that we have available. Not a lot of space for groups left. We're already sitting over 80% occupancy for the majority of the winter for the 27 season, but we do have a lot of great FIT space open for couples, for families, for whatever. Um, so without saying anything more, I'm going to let Natasha kind of go through the big chunk of this stuff, and then I'll dive into the resorts, and yeah, we'll go from there. So Natasha, if you're good, you ready to go?
Ready to take it away. Thanks, Tyler.
No problem.
So, today, really what we're going to cover is a lot in terms of ski, and you'll become an expert once we're done. So, I'll say, in terms of our ski, we'll have the resort offers, but a little bit more about our ski resorts and why Book Club Med. It makes a lot of sense, but we can only tell you, but we also need to show you. Highlighting Quebec Charlevoix, our only location in Canada. And then the reasons why the benefits are for you to book your stay for your clients with us. And then the best of the Alps, as well as comparative flyers. And then we are going to touch base on our Japan resort, which we do have four, and your advantage to booking with us as travel agents. So that being said,
Quick video.
here's a little bit of video in terms of what the ski experience will be for your clients when they stay with us. Loving it, loving it. Now, when we say our mountain destinations, pretty much it's just not ski. We encompass so much more. As you know, Tyler is a snowboarder, but we have a lot of activities which we'll highlight shortly. But diving right into our ski offer, as Tyler mentioned, the best thing for you, for your clients, is always to kind of book in advance. Don't wait last minute because these spaces do sell. Our resorts are not big on average, anywhere from 200 to 300 in the Alps. Not sure what
Right.
happened, but no worries. But again, maximizing on the most cost effective as well as pricing helps with booking for your clients and taking advantage of those sales. Tyler.
Sorry, that video just absolutely, it was so exciting that it closed my entire PowerPoint.
Oh,
So I'm glad you guys
okay.
got to see my emails. Really quickly, I will get this presentation back up and running.
I see all the laughter. But in regards to the promotion that's happening, the first one that we have that's already started, it started from August the 13th, and it basically is for up to 1,220. That is off in terms of a certain selective ski resorts and mountain resorts. I will say that for our French Alp resorts, just know that for clientele, when they do stay with us in the French Alps, it is a 7 night minimum stay, and it is from Sunday to Sunday. So know that when you do book packages with us, and we do have packages with a lot of the major carriers, your packages to the French Alps does include one check bag per person. So just keep that in mind. And then in addition to that, if you decide to book land only, essentially land only, we can provide transfers as well. And essentially that is at an extra cost. So this is the first sale that we're going to go over. Know that it is selective resorts. So it is the one that I did a fam trip on recently in May. Had an amazing time in our Sierra Chevalier location, as well as Pregelato in Italy. Tyler's done a fam trip there as well. And then we do have our Val Morel resort, as well as a chalet, which is spacious for larger families where you have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, and a lot more in terms of perks for families staying in those chalets, but that's available as well. And like I said, it's highlighting the booking window from the 13th up until August the 31st. And the travel window is from August the 29th up until May 29, 2027. So don't say we didn't tell you. You see that the availability is still great to book in terms of pricing, but this is a great offer. And know that with Quebec Charlevoix, we have not forgotten about that Canadian resort, our Canadian resort. It is an additional 20% off as well. So as you can tell, just to highlight a couple of these resorts, Sierra Chevalier, like I said, I've been there. It's an amazing experience. It's very rustic, cabin feel on the outside, but then on the inside, it's been renovated, and it's great for families as well as solo travelers and couples. It does have an outdoor pool as well. And then there's lots to do off of the resort in addition, which is really nice. But the highlight is the après-ski, the food that's endless in terms of choices. And then with our 2 in Valmorel, the resort as well as the chalet, like I said, those 2 are great in terms of, I would say, the most cost-effective, one of the most cost-effective ones that we offer. So all of these ones, I would say, are pretty good in terms of pricing for people. And then Quebec Charlevoix, that one is highlighting 20% off, and that overlooks the St. Lawrence River. So when you're skiing, snowboarding, you feel like you're going to go right into the waters, which is really nice. But there's quite a bit that you can do off-site in terms of dog sledding. Somebody's laughing, dog sledding, as well as tobogganing, or again, just the Nordic walks, which is pretty cool with the ski poles. So that's included in this promotion. But of course, we've got always in true Club Med fashion, additional promotions happening. So this one's up and coming. Like Tyler said, we're prepping you guys so that you are aware this is there. Don't shy away from offering ski or snowboarding to your clients just because you don't do it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have clients out there that can leverage this product and you can add more to your portfolio. Now, this offers up to $1,440 off, and this is on all of our resorts except for Quebec Charlevoix, which is 25%. Now, when it says the duration is from 3 to 7 nights, for our Italy location, our Japan locations, it's not a 7 night minimum, but the French Alps is. So just keep that in mind. And this is going to start. I'm going to say this again. It's going to start September the 1st to the 15th. So you have a great time frame to book, and it'll be basically traveling through May the 1st of 2027. So take advantage. So diving right into our ski resorts, we're going to highlight the benefits in terms of some of the ones that we have. So Val Thorens, this one, Tyler will go into a little bit more detail, but this one is the highest in altitude that we have. It's a little bit more modern. I will say that this one tends to have more adults that go to this location just because the kids club we don't have a kids club, and the teen club starts at 11 years old. So you'll find a lot more families who depend on the care do not go here, but I'm not going to say there are no kids that go here because if they're an expert skier, there's no need. Now, when it comes to Alpe d'Huez, Le Plague, those two locations, I will like to highlight that they're a little bit more modern. La Plague, we're getting an renovation completed very soon in terms of an additional part of the resort. But these two are great entities for portfolios for the average skier as well as the expert skier as well, and a more cost-effective on the budget. Arcs Panorama, that one is nested kind of in the middle of the mountains, which is really nice. This one is a very modern look, great for families, but you do have quite a bit of a ski domain at this location where you can ski at 3 different ski domains, Paradis, which is fantastic. And then Grand Massif is the other resort that we offer a chalet as well for families that are looking for more of time to spend together, that are a bit larger, that need that 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, or 4 bedroom chalet, as well as it does have the resort. Paisley Valandry, I know that Tyler will touch base on that because he just recently went there on his fam. And then Les Rosières, just to highlight this one, is very modern. I absolutely love it. It's nice because you can feel like you're skiing in France, but also in Italy. And then also we've touched base on Valmerello as well. And then going into our two top sellers, I'd like to say Val d'Isère and Ting. What's really nice is you can ski from both of those locations, from one end to the next, which is fantastic. Val d'Isère is the top of the line in terms of our mountain portfolio, in terms of our exclusive collection, which is more of an elevated experience. Fantastic for the après-ski, known for expert skiers as well. And then Ting is a little bit more modern, where Val d'Isère is a little bit more rustic. And then just to highlight, St. Moritz is the only one that we have in Switzerland. This one I would like to say needs a little it's got the best, like a really nice ski domain, but I will say that it is leading category rooms, but we are going to be renovating it soon. That's the talk very soon, so we're excited about that. And then any additional resorts that will be opening, which we're sharing another 40 more in the next 9 years, where we'll have a total of 100 resorts around the world. So look out for that. And then highlighting a few in our Japan location. Japan, we have 4. A lot of people are surprised. We love that Japao snow, that champagne, glistening, amazing conditions for skiing and snowboarding in Kuro Peak and Grand. Those are our 2 newer locations. With Kuro Peak, there not being a kids club there, so you'll tend to have more adults there. With Kuro Grand, that's the family location. And then in terms of altitude, the highest would be Hasaharo and Tamamu in terms of options. Okay, so focusing, really highlighting on our Quebec Charlevoix, because of course that's in our own backyard. A lot of people know with our ski product, they're curious as to it's all inclusive. Yes, it is. What's really nice about the all-inclusive world is you do get the food, the alcohol, gratuities, and taxes included, but there's so much more that's encompassed. With Charlevoix, why we decided to open this up during uh, COVID, to be honest with you, and it's done so successful, is that it had the most natural amount of snow in the area. Again, the views are breathtaking that overlook the St. Lawrence River and the landscapes that surround it, and it's the elevation. Now, when it comes to our package for ski, the highlight, and I will say this, being a non-skier and being asked to go and ski and do a ski fam for the first time, looking at me with, island blood running through my veins, it was a big no. But I did it and I loved it. And the reason being is what's encompassed in our package. So when I say ski in, ski out, the convenience is amazing. When I went on my first ski fam, went on the balcony, people were walking around with their skis, and I just put mine on at the base of the resort, which we had great locker rooms that were heated, and I would just go. I'm like, this, say less, this is great. And then when it comes to the actual lift passes, I oversee Whistler, sorry, BC, and I always get invited to go to Whistler. And I hear about that cost of $300 for the daily lift passes. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because guess what? With us, we include our lift passes. So that is a big highlight. And in addition to that, our lessons and our guided tours are included as well. And they took this girl who doesn't ski to now skiing at a 9 kilometer run on her own where they left me. And I was like, hey, so definitely I love the program. It is great. They make you feel comfortable. But these are some of the reasons why we say, send your clients to Club Med. They'll love it and they'll come back. So just getting into, I'm sure I touched base on all the pillars as to why, but just focusing on, again, the seamless ski experience. So it's so nice when you have a ski package that for your clients, they don't have to worry. They can vacation the way they want to vacation and vacation the way they want to vacation. And essentially, with the family package, it's so beneficial because parents, when they do the Airbnbs, they got to prepare the meals. They got to prepare the actual ski equipment for their kids and put it on. They also got to rent out the Airbnb. They got to pay for the meals. With us, it's a great experience because we even have the care for the kids that range from 4 years to 17 years, where the kids are in a program that's designed where from beginner to advanced, they have those lessons that the staff take them out, which we like to call the GO staff, take them out 2 times in the morning. Sorry, 1 time in the morning, 1 time in the afternoon. So 2 times in a day for roughly 4 to 5 hours in terms of ski time experience. And again, it gives everybody that balance where kids are doing their own thing, parents are doing their own thing, and they're enjoying it. And then also, in addition to the reason why you should send your clients to us is, yes, we do ski, but it's fantastic for even a wide range of well-being activities. Our spa treatments are phenomenal. We do have a lot of cardio classes and fitness classes as well. If you want to branch off and visit a few village neighborhoods, you can do that as well, which is a highlight for us. And then not to mention the quality of dining in terms of the experience. So fondue, I mean, endless choices in terms of food, French food, Italian food, so much so I gained 15 pounds and I'm loving it because guess what? I'm not going to say no to choices. And then when it comes to the atmosphere, we have the après-ski, whether it's entertainment at night, entertainment in a day, it's all about bringing people together. It's that lifestyle that we build and it's a great time. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Okay, so the skiing experience. So I've touched base on all of this. The one thing that I will highlight is for our instructors, they are very much top-notch from French instructors, especially in the French Alps from school, and essentially they make you feel comfortable. They take you to the next level, which is amazing. And then we do have high-end equipment with Resinol in terms of choices for all of our resorts and for ski and snowboarding equipment. And then if you forget something, there's always a pro shop where you can do rentals or in addition to that, buy things. But just know that with the package for our ski, the only thing that clients will pay for is their ski and snowboard rentals, or they can bring their own and store it in the locker room at no cost. Very reasonable. The rentals are not daily. It's for the duration of their ski, which is their ski time frame that they've booked, which is really nice. So again, it's a great advantage in terms of just not having to lug the skis or snowboard on the plane and just rent when you get with us. Okay, so in terms of the program, I will say that the ski and snowboarding, they are from 4 to 17 years, but some of our resorts actually take them from 3, which is really cool. And the young ones, they kind of give them the basics in terms of how to put the skis on, how to put them off. They have great small carpet runs for the kids, which is fantastic. For the kids, the program, in addition to that, runs where we'll have other activities where they're having fun. I've seen them, a lot of outdoor time where they're building snowman or they're having a snowball fight. Like it's just the cutest thing to see. But definitely the kids are engaged when they stay with us and having fun as opposed to staying on those electronics where, we're all screaming and pulling our hair out. So that being said, for those that kind of want to take advantage of just the scenery and just relaxing, this is where we again highlight the heated swimming pools. We have hammams, we have the hot baths, we have the saunas, our spa services and products through Cinq Modes and Solis. So again, it's a mixture of everything. We have a lot in terms of fitness and cardio lessons, which is cool, and then also yoga. And then outdoors, again, you're out there for the Alps, the French Alps. It's fantastic to kind of take advantage of those Nordic walks, snowshoeing, guided tours, which is fantastic. So you're not out there getting lost, you're with somebody. And then those things that kind of take you away, like dog sledding, even the snowmobiling. There's a few options that are available, and even paragliding. When we were in Sierra Chevalier, somebody was paragliding, so it was pretty cool. So when we talk about food, we have a diversity of food, international dishes for foodies and picky eaters. What's really nice is in addition to the restaurants, we got outdoor meals through our après-ski. So you can have a fun time with a whole bunch of snacks and hors d'oeuvres and finger foods and things that you can eat and just have that atmosphere outside. I will say, everyone, when I tell people that I'm going to the French Alps to ski, they look at me, I'm like, I'm crazy. Like, it's cold up there. I'm like, Canada's cold. Canada, we got that biting cold that goes right through your clothes. You know what I'm talking about, frostbite. I've been December and March, and every time I've gone, I've taken off my jacket because it's so hot. But definitely leverage going to the Alps and getting somewhere different for your clients because it'll be an experience like no other. You have to go there to actually understand. And then just highlighting our entertainment, like Susan highlighted, she's got her 45, and so do I. 45 for life is what I like to say. We definitely have theme nights. We have festive nights as well. We have the after ski where they'll usually have hot cider or mulled wine, fondue as well. We do have I like to say one singer and one artist per week, which is great in terms of the show. But then it's a mixture for everybody. So if you're just there for the shows, you can watch the shows. If you're there for the shows and the entertainment at night where you have the DJ and the dancing, it's great. And you're a part of the whole big entertainment. Or if you just want to watch your children on the kids nightly show where they're performing for everyone, which is amazing. There are options for everybody. Okay, so one thing I want to highlight is the Snow Serenity. So what that means is we offer our clients basically the 13 resorts that we have in the French Alps that we will, if say for example, there was 2 days consecutive where we had to close the ski lifts due to the lack of snow. Even if your clients are going 5 days before their stay, we'll give them the snow serenity where they can go to any location that is close to their resort that does offer the snow, and we will not charge more, even if the room is higher. So even if they got to upgrade the room, we'll accommodate. So this is great. And again, this is for all of our clients, and it's included with the package. So it's just automatic. Just know that it is subject to availability. There are weeks that we don't offer it. And also that if your clients are utilizing the baby care and petite care, if they do move to another location, there's no guarantee that we'll have the space for them, just to be aware of that. And also if they do move to another location, transfers will be an additional cost at the expense of the client. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, we have 13 in the French Alps. So we got quite a bit to choose from in terms of your clients still being able to get that experience. So looking at skiing in March and April, which right now we have still a good amount of availability. You can see the average snow days in blue highlighted are anywhere from 7 to 8, which is fantastic. And the depth is anywhere from 131 centimeters to 136. So it's a great opportunity to send your clients during that time. Like I said, I did my ski fam in the French Alps in March, and the snow did not disappoint. The sun did not disappoint. And then also just leveraging that this time is a great time because the French, they have their holidays from the end of January. They got a lot of holidays, the end of January up until February. And essentially from March to April, you won't have a lot of kids at the resort, which is fantastic. You'll have a lot more sun, as I mentioned. So it's great for that peaceful setting. And then in addition to that, everything pretty much the mountain has to offer in terms of pricing would be the best time to go. And on that note, I'll let my colleague Tyler take it away. Phew.
Yeah, I'm gonna clear my throat. That was a long time quiet. You guys are really leveraging those emojis. I'm noticing there's quite a few emojis popping up and down here. And honestly, I know Natasha said I'm the comedian. I feel like there was a lot of laughing emojis that popped up while we were looking at that. So I'm going to dive a little bit more into the actual resorts, a little bit more in-depth knowledge on what these resorts have to offer, why you should go, and all of that fun stuff. For most people, one of the most important things is what's the elevation. We have our 13 resorts in the European mountains. So with those, you can see varying, altitudes that you can get up to. So Val d'Isere being one of the highest, Val Thorens being very high, Ting, Arc Panorama and everything that's in the Paradis region, going up to 3,200 meters, which is about 13,000 feet. So great elevations. This is why, as Natasha mentioned, we've been really lucky, really since 2022. We haven't had a bad snow season in the Alps. I am knocking on wood. But yeah, we've been really blessed with a lot of great snow. We were both in France at the same time this year in March. I had a 6 foot base in 8 degree weather, so it was sunny and warm every day. We were out on the balcony in t-shirts and whatever snow pants we had on just to stay dry, but like beautiful weather. The day we went into Fully Deuce, everyone was jacket off as soon as we got there. Big outdoor bar at 10,000 feet. So it is a very different experience than what it is to ski in Canada and some of the colder climate places. So do keep that in mind. You got this great elevation, great snow, but you're not going to be freezing the entire time. I actually got a new jacket last year, which I may regret just a little bit because it was heavily insulated. So at the bottom of every hill, I was sweating. It was intense. So, how to help your clients choose the best resort. So, what type of vacation are they looking for? Are they that super active skier where they are more on the extreme side? Are they more family friendly? Are they looking for, the best Nordic style village? We're going to dive right into that. So, for our best family resorts, we've got a couple different ones on here at offer. So, Le Rosier, great family property, Alpe d'Huez, Cire Chevalier, Arc Panorama. Grand Massif, and Quebec Charlevoix. So all of these are really, really great family-focused resorts. And it's not to say that we don't focus on families at the others, but these are very specific to families. So I know La Rosière was the first place I ever hosted a fam with Club Med in the Alps, and there was kids kind of running around all over the place. I was there for Canadian March break, which was pretty fun, and it's a good mix too. So when you're at these places, not only are you going to have the ski option, they're still going to be doing the circus schools with the kids in the auditorium. They're going to have like when we were in Paisley this year, they had the cotton candy machine going. They had a donut day, donuts and cookies and candy all throughout everything. So really, really cool bouncy castles that they set up inside. So a lot of cool stuff for families, and these are some of our best resorts. So starting with Sierra Chevalier, which this is where Natasha went last year. This is our most recent full sale renovation. So more recently, this resort was getting a little bit tired, but the landscape was beautiful. The ski domain was beautiful. So what we did was gutted the entire inside of this property and completely renewed it to make it that really bright, sunny, family-friendly type of location. So another really great ski domain with over 250 kilometers of interconnected ski runs, 80% of the estate that's located over 2,000 meters. Um, just a really cute, charming alpine village. This is definitely your more old school type of resort. This is kind of what you would picture if you were thinking about doing a chalet in the Alps. That's the design they went for. And even when you walk into the resort, as you can see from some of the pictures, uh, they added new pine everywhere. So what used to be very covered and muted neutrals, we've really brightened up by opening whatever sunlight spots we could to make sure that this resort felt bright and open. And then, of course, the massive outdoor pool, which is great. And when it comes to the Alpine Chalet, like you're getting, it really looks like a giant mansion just converted, which is great. Big stone face, beautiful pool directly in front of it, ski in, ski out. You're at a great altitude, and it's one of the sunshine villages. So the great thing with the sunshine villages is you're going to get a lot less ice. You're going to get a little more of a controlled run basically. So when you're doing any of the main runs, you're not going to be, slipping on ice half your way down because the sun is keeping it warm. It's making it a little more slushy. So for beginners, this is a really great place to go. I know Natasha probably advanced more here than she has on any other property, where we saw her doing blue runs, which, get those clapping hands emojis going for her. So really, really great spot, great spa, amazing food, all the stuff you would kind of expect. And now we're going into our second season. So all the rooms have been redesigned, creation of a gourmet restaurant, which is amazing, transformation of the main bar, new spa, new petite club. So a petite club for ages 0 all the way up to 3. And then, of course, the creation of our new ski room and ski pro shop. So you're going to get that amazing ski locker with the heated boot racks, heated glove racks. It opens with the little wristband that you're wearing. It just pops open for you. So where you might be used to grabbing stuff out of the trunk of a car or carrying everything up to your room, you're not going to lose any of that square footage in your room because you've got snowboards and skis and boots and jackets and all that stuff in there. I keep all my stuff in my locker. It stays in there the entire week. When I need it, I access it. And the great thing is, even when I pause for lunch, because I'm throwing my jacket into this thing with all the heaters in it, I'm coming back after my lunch break and I'm going out and my jacket is warm and dry. So are my pants, so are my boots. So you're never doing that brutal transition of putting cold boots back on and getting back out in the snow. It's a really, really nice space for that. From there, we're going to move into Les Arcs, Arc Panorama. This is one of our most popular resorts for sure. One of the largest ski areas in the world, the second largest in the French Alps. So over 425 kilometers of ski slopes, 2,000 meters above sea level. So really, really great altitude. And 70% of the slopes have guaranteed snow. So you're almost always going to have snow here. Les Arcs is part of Paradis-Ski. So this is the area I was in when I stayed at Paisley, which we'll talk about later. But with Les Arcs, you have access to La Plagne, you have access to Paisley. So you're really getting 3 resorts in one, which is great. But at the same time, you're getting 3 different mountains. You're getting 2 different glaciers, all this amazing ski, and it's south facing. So again, another sunshine mountain. When we were there, the snow quality was amazing, all the way up to the peak at 3,000 meters, Arc 3,200. So you go up there and you literally can't even see a resort from up there. You're turning around and it just looks like mountains and mountains and mountains of snow. And the runs there are actually really quite easy for both beginners who have been there for the week, who have done their lessons, to get from the top all the way back down to the bottom. There's a lot of blues and greens that interconnect. There's always a cat run. And then if you are that more adventurous, hardcore skier, snowboarder, there's a lot of reds and blacks that will give you that adrenaline junkie kick that you really need. So really great ski domain there. And again, as Natasha mentioned, this is a much more modern looking resort. So when you're walking in, this isn't going to be that chalet style with wood and buffalo plaid everywhere you go. This is more modern with more white walls, but stark colors, bright colors popping out everywhere, whether you're in the theater room, if you're in the main restaurant, definitely more on the modern side. And then moving from there, so Grand Massif is something that we've always known about as one of the closest resorts to an airport. So generally, when you're doing a transfer into the Alps, you're looking at about 2 to 3 hours, depending on which resort you choose. Grand Massif is about an hour and 15 minutes away. I've never been, and I've heard, it's not our highest resort. So the ski, we weren't exactly sure what we were looking at. Jacinda, our boss, actually got to go here last March, late in March, and had an amazing ski experience. She actually went with a whole bunch of ski guides from the Merit Group. So a bunch of people that know what ski is supposed to look like. They're great skiers, and they had absolutely zero complaints about this property. The snow conditions were amazing. And then over and above that, this is one of our newest hotels. So super modern. This is kind of a mix of that Arc Panorama versus like a Pays Valandry. So you get a little bit of that chalet style, but still with really nice, bright, upkept rooms. 265 kilometers of ski slopes, so great for beginners and experts. Giving you a look at some of the resort here. So again, really bright, really great space, really close to town as well. So not only do you have the actual ski village surrounding you, but getting into town around Grand Massif is really, really close. So you're right on the slope, ski in, ski out, winter mountain experience. Obviously, our wellness offers, which we always talk about, a great spa here, over 11 treatment rooms, a hammam, a spa, indoor pool, fitness center, all of that stuff. And then, of course, your typical Savoie lifestyle. So amazing wines, amazing cheeses, all local that you're going to be able to experience in our restaurant. So really, really great there. And then again, just showcasing a little bit more. Who wouldn't want to swim in that pool? I don't know. Personally, for me, having that view after a long day on the Alps, you just want to relax all the muscles in your body. You just want to float for a little bit. The jacuzzis are great, but there's just something about sitting in this pool and looking out at the mountains that speaks to me. And of course, it is, again, the ultimate French chalet experience. So we have our chalets here. So as Natasha spoke to, a little bit larger of an accommodation, a little bit better for a larger family. So if you have 5, 6 people that are traveling together, you have options like the chalets where you're going to get a more unique experience. You'll have your own kitchen here, a little more space, but again, you're right alongside the resort. So you have all access to that. Same ski lessons, all of that stuff as well. And because this is all basically brand new, opened in 2022, there's really nice, new, modern everything here. Even when it comes to charging your phone, you're going to have USB-Cs right in the wall, right next to your bedside. So you're not going to have to worry about the extra, auxiliary plug that you forgot to bring. You can just plug it straight into the wall. You don't even have to worry about it. And then you get some other unique services that come with it as well. So really, really great opportunity. We're not going to cover Valmoral on this, but they also have a chalet there as well, or multiple chalets that you can book out. So do keep that in mind if you do have larger families looking for a really unique mountain experience. So now we're going to dive into some resorts for thrill seekers. So this is going to be your more that it's not that these aren't for beginners. There is definitely beginner options here, but if there's people that want the biggest ski area, the most significant number level of slopes, um, obviously you still want that same vibrant ski resort atmosphere, but you get that altitude where you're getting as high up as you possibly can. Val Thorens, Ting, St. Moritz, La Plagne, these are some of the great properties that you have access to these things. So Valto, one of our most popular, our highest elevation, well, it is the largest ski domain in all of Europe. So really high, really wide, 600 kilometers of slopes, 360 breathtaking view from the entire resort. We are sitting on top of this mountain. The Folie Douce is just above us, which is really cool. We have a partnership with them. So there's a whole bunch of cool après-ski opportunities with them, and they actually will come down and do a show at the resort as well, out on the patio. So that's really, really unique. Again, a more modern, mid-century modern kind of feel here. A lot of purple, a lot of uplights. We have a rock climbing wall right in the main lobby. There is a wall made of snowboards. It's just a really unique, artsy kind of feel in this place. Obviously, we still have the three valleys very close by. So if you're trying to get in and see some different areas, you can ski to them from this resort. So there's a lot of what they call fun runs at Balto as well, where you're going to have a really long tube tunnel that you're skiing through a mountain, all these curvy, crazy runs that'll actually bring you to all these other cool areas. So you get to see multiple villages. So when you're out doing the lessons and guide days, they're going to take you all through the three valleys. So you get to see as much of the 600 kilometers as humanly possible in 1 week. So really, really great. And again, above the world, it is super high. And then of course the accent of this place, it is bright, it is unique, it is really, really fun. And again, this is an adults, not adults only, but mostly adult property because there is no kids club. There's no lessons for kids until they reach 11 years old. So the beginning age now at this resort is 11. They can get into the teens club there. They can do the teen lessons, but you're not going to get the 4, 5, 6, 7 year olds running around like crazy in this property. So that is one unique thing to remember. The one other thing I will say with this one is it's the only one without an indoor pool. So the majority of our resorts will all have indoor pools. Valtorrens does not, so do keep that in mind. We do have the jacuzzis here though. As I just mentioned, the Teens Club. So this is brand new, just built into this property. The Teens Club is really unique the way that they styled it, really alpine styled, which doesn't necessarily go with the flow of everything else. So it gives the kids their own unique, cool hangout place to go meet friends, get off the slopes and relax a little bit and kind of stay out of their parents' hair, honestly, which is what I think all the parents want. Now going into one of my absolute favorites, me and Natasha have both been here. We both went at the same time in different years. So I went in 2024, December. She went in 2025 in December, and we were both spoiled with snow. Ting is, again, one of the great high altitude properties that we have, mountainside, ski in, ski out, and another great ski domain where they are sharing with Val d'Isere, which we'll touch on later. This is an exclusive collection slash normal Club Med mix. So we do have our exclusive collection here. If you're staying in the exclusive collection, you can go visit the Val d'Isere property as well. If not, the share privileges don't go the same way. So you do get to ski over there, but you can't use it unless you're staying in an exclusive collection. 300 kilometers of ski slopes, ski and snowboard slopes. As a snowboarder, I feel like I have to really, get my voice out there for the snowboarders. This is one of the best snowboard mountains around. It is wide open. It is fun. There is great blue, red, and black slopes for those that really know what they're doing on this mountain. We have an amazing glacier run right in front of our resort. So from our resort, you walk out the back door, you have a 6x ski lift, so a high-speed ski lift that's going to take you up. From that, you hike up about 50 meters and you're standing on top of the glacier, and it's an amazing red run from there all the way back down to the resort. So really, really cool spot. And 7 months of skiing. You don't really get that very often, so it is wide open. This is why we went in December. When I arrived, we had just got dumped on. They had over 6 feet of snow that weekend that I arrived, and by the time we were leaving, they were getting another 4 feet of snow. So fresh powder the entire week we were there. Some of the best ski instruction I've ever had as well. And honestly, the sight lines are insane. So it has really, really unique runs. The cool thing with Ting too is there's 3 different levels to the village. So whether you're at Le Loc at 1800 or all the way at the top, it's 3 totally different feels. There's a free bus that runs all through 3 villages, so you can go and check everything out. And then, of course, if you can ski over to Val d'Isere, which is like a blue run, about 45 minutes to get from one side to the other, you get a completely different ski village experience. You can go over there, check out the Fully Deuce. Or if you don't want to do the Fully Deuce, because that's, you've seen that at all the other Club Meds. We have Coco Rico right next to Club Med Ting, which is a really, really cool spot. Really cool outdoor wooded bar. Great restaurants here between the Gourmet Lounge and the main restaurant. The fondue here is unreal, and there's views from everywhere. So if you're going up to the Gourmet Lounge, this is on the 3rd floor. You go up, you're up there for lunch, whatever it is. It is perfect sunshine view between 2 mountains. You get to see it. It's really, really beautiful. So I can't say enough about this place. Absolutely love it. Now, for the best resorts to experience the authenticity of the mountains. So if you're looking for that, you know, pure ski French feel. You want that beef bourguignon. You want your cappuccino in the morning. You want to have a croissant before you get on. You want some genepi, a little shot of liqueur before you go out for your first run. These are going to be the most authentic French ski villages, French or Italian, because we have Progelato on here as well. So we have Val d'Isere, Balmoral, Paisy Valandri, and Progelato. So, starting with Val d'Isere, we've talked about this a little bit. This is our only fully exclusive collection property that we have in all of the French Alps. Absolutely beautiful. We've owned this property for over 30 years. We gutted it in 2023 to reopen it in 2024, and we won Best New Hotel Opening in the World that year. This was headed off by Bark, one of our favorite chiefs of village, who ran this property from inception all the way until this year. Uh, it is beautifully designed. It is Paris in the mountains. It is unlike anything else you've really ever experienced. There's actually a gondola that is on this mountain that is leather heated seats with fondue in there. You do pay extra for that. That's not part of the Club Med experience, but that is what you can kind of come to expect when you're in Val d'Isere. You're gonna turn right out of this property when you're going out of our main exit, and you're going to walk directly into Chanel. If you turn left, you're going directly into Louis Vuitton. You are really Paris in the mountains. It's the most expensive place in all of Europe or in all of France to own property, which means it's twice as expensive as Paris is, which is crazy. Um, Amazing sight lines, really great skis, super unique charm. And because we left the exterior of the building as it was, and we just redid all of the rooms, all of the main bars, all the main restaurants, it's a really, really unique old world meets new world feel. And then the actual village itself is old world meets really fancy Paris. So absolutely chic, super intimate atmosphere. Absolutely love it. I can't say more about it, honestly. Great pool. The ski and ski out is really cool as well. When it comes to ski and ski out here, you have two different options. Val d'Isere is known as a more difficult mountain. So if you decide you want the more difficult run, we have a pommel lift right outside of our main door that will take you up one of the most difficult red runs I think I've ever been on. Or if you want to just take it easy and go do some chill runs, which is always a nice thing as a snowboarder, you head left and you go right down the hill. You're about 300 meters away from the main gondola for all of Val d'Isere. That'll take you up to the top. And then again, if you want to get over and do a little bit of ting, you have access to that as well. So some really great runs on that side too. Because it's exclusive to collection, there is some specialties that actually come with this property. So you're going to get valet service for seamless arrival, premium concierge services, on-demand shuttle. So anytime you want to leave the property to go check out another part of the village, they're going to pick you up and take you down there, no questions asked. And then, of course, you get your upgraded wines and spirits. Because you're in the Savoie region, there is no bad glass of wine that exists here, but you're going to get champagne here as well. We have an entire fridge that's dedicated to Savoie region cheeses just at Val d'Isere. It's a two double door glass fridge. It's insane in the main restaurant that you have access to at all times. So that's what you can kind of experience when you're in Val d'Isere. To mix things up, we're going to talk a little bit about Italy, and I'm going to speed through this because I'm looking at my watch and I realize that we are running out of time. So for Progelato, Sestriere, I was here last March, another beautiful destination, our most authentic Nordic alpine village feel. This was actually at one point a space for Olympians. So when Torino held the Olympics a long time ago, our buildings were originally built for the Olympians to go stay in, which was really, really unique and cool. And then we took this property over, redesigned them, made this a great family property, 1,600 meters of, 1,600 meters of elevation, some of the craziest highest slopes I've ever seen, and really, really unique runs. It's a very vast ski domain. So again, 400 kilometers. You can ski both Italy and France here if you're on the advanced side. So it gives you a really unique opportunity where they will take you on about a 4.5 hour run from Italy all the way into France, and then they'll have a bus pick you up and bring you back to the resort at the end of your day. So really cool spot there. The other unique thing about this is most of our resorts are going to be indoors. So when you're going into your room, you're in a hallway, all those hallways connect back to the main part of the resort. For Progelato Sestriere, because of where we are on the sunshine, the sun, I can't say that word. The sunshine part of this ski domain, everything is outdoor. So you're going to enter your room with an actual key. You will walk up to the main restaurants. Our après-ski is right in the middle square here, where our gourmet lounge is right next to it. It's set up like a deli. So they're doing charcuterie boards, prosciutto, bocconcini, pasta, all of that stuff is there. That's like your pre-snack before you head into your main lunch, where you will have porchetta and steak and burgers and wings and all of the other stuff that you would want to have on a ski trip. Really great pool, really great spa here as well. This is more of a unique look at what the space is. We just added a bunch of new rooms here as well. So you can see that in the top corner. Our gourmet lounge is the restaurant with the white chairs in there, and then the outdoor space. So where they have all these chairs set up, when you're coming back from your morning ski between 11 and 12, this is packed. We have a barbecue set up out there. When I was there, we had a saxophonist playing there. The El Corso, which is the gourmet lounge, was open. So you could go in there, grab your charcuterie board, grab some pizza, whatever. So really, really unique village, and it's absolutely beautiful. From there, we're gonna go into Pays Landry, right back to France. Pays, I'm gonna speed through this one. I was just here. It's beautiful. If you have any questions, please reach out and ask. Great location in the middle of Paradis. So Les Arc Panorama is to the left, Les Plang is to the right. From here, you can get to both of those within 5 minutes. Beautiful runs in and out. Right next to the massive gondola. It's a double-decker gondola that takes you from Pays into Le Plang. And then if you're going to Les Arcs, it's up one lift and over one cat track, and you are at 3,200 meters in one of the most crazy runs you'll ever see. Really cool wooded area, great spas. Oh, that was the last slide on that one. So really great resort, really recommend it, absolutely love it. And then if we're looking for the best resorts to relax, we have La Rosière, Cire Chevalier, and Ting. So we've already talked about two of them. So really quickly, just through La Rosière, another really new resort opened in 2022, completed in 2024 when we added our brand new exclusive collection section here, which is straight up looking right at Mont Blanc. Really great mountain for skiers, not the best for snowboarders. Good for families, easy in and out, great elevation. We're sitting at 8,000 meters, or sorry, 8,000 meters. We're sitting at 8,000 feet. Really cute village right next to it. They have a mountain roller coaster here. They have a whole bunch of great alpine activities for snowshoeing and Nordic walking, all kinds of different sightseeing there. And honestly, the views here off your balconies might be better than anywhere else that we have. It is a tough drive up there. I'm going to be totally honest. If you have people that get nauseous, the switchbacks are real here. So going up to this resort and coming back down from this resort, it is about an hour and 10 minutes of switchbacks, going 6,000 feet straight up into a mountain. I think people would expect that for the majority of them, but this would be the one that I would say was the most extreme that I've experienced. So do keep that in mind. That being said, cost-wise, it is a really great value. La Rosière is not as popular as some of the other ski domains we have, but it is a beautiful location. You are in a unique situation here where the front side of the mountain is France and the back side of the mountain is Italy. So if you can get up to the top, I would say a moderate to an advanced skier, you can do both sides really easily. If you come as a sort of moderate beginner, you can definitely get to that level, get to the backside, and say you skied in Italy and France in one day, really, really quickly here. Again, another really great family resort, great indoor pool, staring right at Mont Blanc. The hot tubs here are really nice as well. And again, really good for families. Jumping into our ski comparative flyers. So for anybody that's looking to figure out cost-wise, what's the difference? We have these options here. So we have our, our Fairmont Mont Tremblant, versus the Fairmont Mont Tremblant versus Whistler. This is a Quebec Charlevoix price adjustment. So looking at what we're offering, you're saving up to $10,000 versus the Fairmont for a couples getaway, savings of $10,000 for a family getaway. And then if you're looking at Whistler, $12,000 or $14,000 for your family getaway. And then as a comparison for something a little more similar. So obviously Charlevoix versus Whistler is an extreme. One is West Coast, one is Rocky Mountains. The elevation is definitely higher there. But I think as far as the value goes, Charlevoix is going to give you a whole bunch of really great stuff. But then if you're looking at something with the same elevation, so Ting versus Whistler, your savings of up to $7,000 for a couple getaway and up to $8,000 for a family getaway. It goes to show, as somebody who's skied all over Canada, who's been to Whistler, to Sunshine, to Lake Louise, there's nothing like skiing in the French Alps. The après is better. The vibes are better. The snow is insane. The cost is more. Sorry, the cost is not more. The cost is definitely less. But you get so much more out of it rather than paying $19 for a beer at Joey's in Whistler. Even if you're drinking off the resort. So if you want to have a beer at the top of whatever mountain while you're in France, you're gonna pay like €4 for that. Not in Val d'Isere. That is one distinction I will make. Val d'Isere quite expensive. Everywhere else, very affordable. It's great to get off property. Go see the cool stuff that's around it, whether it's the fromageries or the mom and pop shops. A lot of cool stuff there. And then, of course, we have our Japan resorts. Holy, 3 minutes. Can we wrap this up? Kororo Peak, Natasha touched on this. Beautiful property in Hokkaido, Japan. If you guys aren't aware, Air Canada just added some new flights that are going into Sapporo now. So from Vancouver direct into Sapporo starting this winter. So we're really excited about that. Kororo Peak is one of our newest. And again, as Natasha mentioned, known for the powder. The Japao is what we call it. There was a day where we actually had to shut down this resort for skiing last year because the snow was so high that the lifts were dragging on the mountain. Good problem to have, not the norm. So we saw the locals get out on their snowmobiles and start running up and down the mountain. But yeah, really, really cool spot. And then of course we have Kororo Grand, another amazing property, great ski, great snowboarding. The other thing that I will mention when it comes to these properties is we have our ons here. So if you've ever been to Japan before, your ons, your spa, if you are in any non-Club Med ons, if you have tattoos showing, you're actually not allowed in. I don't know about you, but for me, that's a bit of an issue. So at Club Med, you can actually go into the spa, use it even with tattoos, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. But yeah, really, really great resort here. And then, of course, our most popular, one of our longest standing, Tamamu, Hokkaido, some of the best skiing in all of Japan, land of the snow monsters. So all of the trees look like snow monsters here because they get so much snow that they're 4 feet wide and 15 feet tall. Really, really beautiful. More cost effective than the Kororos for sure because those are brand new and exclusive collection. But when it comes to Tamamu, our customer satisfaction here is through the roof. Some amazing runs. Kids club, family club, all of that stuff is there, and it's great for beginner all the way to intermediate. If you haven't skied powder or snowboarded powder before, this is an amazing place to learn some of the best guides that exist. Oh, your advantages. Here we go, speeding through. Your commission. Obviously, we start at 10%, we go to 15%. You see what it takes to get from one to the other. So once your store has sold $175,000 in total sales, you're at 15% commission. Honestly, 4 or 5 ski trips, you're going to be there really, really quickly. And that's one of the highest commissions paid by any tour operator, so that's always great. On top of that, you get free night stays, room upgrades, preferred agent rates, exclusive benefits at the resorts, direct booking via the Club Med portal, the agent portal, which is amazing. Dedicated marketing support, and of course, opportunity to participate on fam trips. I can't push that enough. Me and Natasha are doing at least one ski fam a year each. Sometimes we try to get 2 in if we can, but it's our favorite kind of trip to run. It's so cool to get to see agents that have never skied before get up into the Alps on, a bunny run that's at 8,000 feet in the air. It's really, really cool. It's a great experience. And use Natasha as an example. Somebody that never thought she was ever going to ski is now skiing some of the most crazy ski domains in the world. So that's always cool to see. And of course, as we mentioned, the CMTA Pro, this is our Club Med Travel Advisor portal, which is here, easiest place to compare everything. You can look at 3 different resorts at once or 3 different room categories. Whew. What else do we have? Another cool view of our agent portal. Looking at that. Thank God we're done. That's it. We're only 1 minute over. Sorry, Susan.
Don't be sorry. It was great information. Wow. So, if you guys don't mind, we've got some questions because we know our spoiled agents are here to ask you some questions. So, Natasha, Tyler, I'm
Oh,
going
we're
to head over
busy. We
here
gotta
to
go.
Facebook first. I
No
agree,
pressure.
Jennifer. Great updates. Okay, so First one is Catherine on Facebook asked about transfers.
Yes.
Can they book transfers with you guys?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
absolutely.
If you're
Next
It's
booking it,
one.
included with flights when you book the flights with us. If
Yep.
you book land only, it is an additional cost, but we can still add it to your client's reservation.
yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's good to know. The other one is from Sheila on Facebook as well, our friend Sheila. She wants to know if there's an actual PDF that they can take maybe from the university that has the full comparison of everything from the resorts. I know there's some pricing ones there, but is there anything that they can do so they can sell it like this is for you, this isn't for you, blah blah blah.
The fact sheets. So all of our resorts have fact sheets, and it kind of highlights everything from accommodations to even the ski domain, the levels, how many lifts we have, how it's great in terms of a great selling feature that you can provide to your clients. And that is found on our website under the Club Med Travel Advisor portal.
And
Okay.
even if you can't do it on there, if you just type the name of the resort into Google, the first thing it spits out is going to be the fact sheet. There's one other thing as well. If you go on the consumer site, if once you're in ski, there's actually a ski quiz. So it's like four simple questions that will help narrow down your selection. So elevation, family, whatever, and then it'll spit three resorts out to you for you to offer to your clients.
And I just want to say, I really like what Natasha said earlier that maybe this isn't for you, like the skiing or, but it doesn't mean that it's not for your clients. So,
Mhm.
it's great to open up and learn about what's offered and make yourself a specialist with you guys too. Like this is how
Yeah.
you get on fans and how you get noticed, right? Like things like that.
Like
And I
I've
will
said this a million times too. Like I was in Seychelles in September. I was in the presidential suite that ranges for 60,000 to $120,000 a week. I can't afford that, but somebody can, and I would
Right.
love to
No, you're
sell it to
right.
them. It's the same thing when it comes to these projects.
Wow, wow. My goodness. Okay, Melissa's asking on Zoom. I would love to promote Club Med on my social media. Awesome. Is there any custom links that can be sent to my clients, followers, so they can browse the options, but all the inquiries, bookings are directed back to me rather than to Club Med?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Not really,
Specific.
honestly. We don't really have that as of yet. I know some of the cruise lines do have it, but we don't. There is always like the if a booking gets made, so say you're quoting somebody and they go ahead and book online versus you because they were worried about pricing or something, we have the pullback. You can grab the booking back and take over within 72 hours. But in terms of sending them
Oh,
actual links. Like you can obviously send them the fact sheets, you can send them quotes directly from Club Metier that'll have all the pricing and stuff on there, but there is nothing where they can go, make a booking or look at stuff and it'll come back to the agent yet.
okay. And
With
you know what?
AI, who knows? We could get there.
We're gonna send all the questions to them as well, like guys. So if it does change, I know Tyler and Natasha will have the question. They can always go back to you if something's changed. How's that?
Yep,
Yes.
for sure.
They'll know who asked it. Okay. Our buddy Brett said, what I love this. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Just kidding. What
Mhm.
came first was the ski or beach resorts for Club Med?
It was the beach resort. So we started in 1950 in Spain with some tents and some picnic tables. And we have quickly evolved to five-star plus resorts in the Alps with champagne and fondue. So
Just to
same, but
add,
different.
Just to add to that, a third of our portfolio is mountain destinations. So if you're not familiar and offering it to your client, you're doing a disservice because people are buying into Club Med because it does make sense for that aspect
Hmm.
of the whole mountain experience.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wow.
my wife is not a skier, but she's been to two of these resorts and she still has not stepped foot on a ski on a mountain, but she's been busy the whole entire week. A lot of time at the spa, a lot of time in the pool, a lot of time at the bar.
Yeah.
And also the village. The village is around.
And there's snowshoeing, all sorts of great
Yeah,
stuff, right? Like
100%.
Exactly.
that's you and I were talking about that earlier, Tyler. There's lots for everybody.
I even did zip lining over the mountains.
Natasha, you are my hero. My
She's crazy
goodness.
out there, man. I thought it was crazy that I was flying down a Black Diamond run on a snowboard, but she's doing all the crazy stuff out there.
Well, actually, this leads me a great segue to our next question from Brett. Do any of the resorts offer heliskiing?
So you can do heliskiing in Italy and in Switzerland. It is not legal in France. So which is crazy because again, you can pair ski, so you can. I had an agent, and I think Natasha both had agents on our last fams. My agent didn't tell me he was doing this. He just skied off the top of a mountain with a parachute on, and they go up to 15,000 feet, and then he just landed back down, and he just came back in, and he looked really panicked. I was like, "Are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, I had a crazy day," and he didn't tell me why until the next day because he was so his his body didn't know what was going on. But yes,
Oh
you
my
can
God.
pair
So
ski.
guys, do your thing, but not on our fams, please. Not like that. Not
You
on our
can just give me a heads up and a number to call somebody if you don't come back.
one.
Okay, we just have a couple more questions. If you have to leave, we understand your name has been entered to win one of the two trips.
Mhm.
But I just want to go through them quick because I know they're here to ask you questions if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Brett says, what is the largest ski resort and the smallest?
The largest so if we're talking in terms of largest ski domain,
Yes.
then that would be Val Thorens. So it is the biggest in all of the Alps and like in all countries. So it's absolutely massive. The smallest,
I'd say would be probably Les Rosiers.
yeah, it's either
Les
the Rosier
Rosiers.
is probably one of the smaller ones. Two mount or one mountain, about 200 kilometers of ski domain. Yeah, probably the Rosier because it's more on the interior while all the other ones are on the exterior.
And Brett's asking, when do the bookings open for Christmas? Is it 12 months in advance?
Yeah, about that. So this year for Christmas, we opened in for FIT bookings in February. So I would say generally sometime between January 15th and February 15th, we're opening for the following year.
Okay. Let's see here. So is it safe to say all Club Med ski resorts are year-round destinations? That's a great question.
Not all of
Oh.
them, but the majority of them are. So we have what we call our summer mountain program. Whether you're in Charlevoix or you're in Japan
Mm.
or Pragelato in Italy, and then I would say about 75% of our French Alps resorts are open as well for the summer season. Tang is a really big one, Val d'Isere, obviously a really big one. And then Paradis is one of the biggest mountain biking places in the world. That's very popular as well. So Paisley and Arc are both open. La Plagne we do close. Um, Progelato is open as well. We just finished our first season having that open in the summer. So yeah, the majority of them are, and you can find it on our website. It'll actually say Summer Mountain or Winter Mountain, so you can pick how you want that resort, and it'll tell you whether it's open or not.
And same goes for our Quebec Charlevoix. So now we do have a sale happening where essentially you get one free night, whether you book 3 nights, 4 nights, or 5 nights. And it's great for the mountain where you can even do whale watching, hiking, mountain biking. The views are impeccable, and Charlevoix is just
Yeah.
breathtaking in terms of wellness and just reconnecting back to earth.
If you want to see the colors for fall,
Yeah,
Charlevoix is maybe one of the most beautiful places you can go.
yeah.
Well, and I went to Charlevoix in the summer, right? And we were so busy. We had so much stuff and everything was going on. And we learned how to mountain bike. I did anyway. I was like, put the pole up, pull down, like, oh my goodness. So even though my husband's a big cyclist, we're not mountain bikers, right? So we learned a lot. So that one's a great year-round one.
And you did it with the guided tours, right?
We did the bikes we Googled them were super expensive, but you guys like let us ride and they're washed down. They all have QR codes. They were clean. The guide was amazing. And then we actually advanced. I'm like, oh my God, we are graduating today. So we
Right.
went on to the next level, and the next level. So anyway, then we had to go home, but it was great.
Or you can just do what I do and you sit on the really giant balcony and have an Aperol spritz and watch people wipe out. That's fun too.
But they teach you not to how to wipe out there,
Yeah.
Tyler. Okay, so Brett said if people want to rent a car, is parking included? Good question.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Oh,
For the outdoor for Quebec Charlevoix, it's included for most of our French Alps, yes. But for indoor, usually it's and if there's a indoor parking, it's extra.
Yeah. But the
okay.
majority of our Alps resorts, it is included if you bring a car.
Okay. Well, you guys again have done a great job. We love connecting with you guys. And if you get an email from Tyler or Natasha in a couple of days, because I know they're busy on the road in the next few days, for sure, please open it up because someone's going to be going to Club Med. And please, if you go, I want you to send me a picture so I know that you're there. We love seeing our spoiled agents that win on location. It just makes my heart beat. So thank you for everything, you guys. We love working with you and all of you at Club Med. I love Club Med. We love you all. And all of our spoiled agents for joining us today, whether it's over your coffee or your lunch break. We had quite a few on Zoom and YouTube, LinkedIn. I mean, you guys went viral everywhere. So thank you. Thank you for everything, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.